Meditation is a phenomenal empowerment that you can do whatever is needed in the world, whatever, I mean that, and still remain untouched by the process of activities that we need to conduct in the world. If you sit here, your body is here, your mind is there, who you are is little away. This is the end of suffering, and this is meditativeness. Namaskaram. Probably the second most repeated word, oft-repeated word in these last few weeks, apart from coronavirus, is meditation. Everybody is suddenly, people who had never meditated in their lives, never even considered that possibility, are now suddenly talking about meditation, the need to meditate, wanting to meditate. Let us examine this meditation, what this is. First of all, what does the word meditation mean? The English word meditation doesn't really mean anything, in the sense, it doesn't say anything specific. If anybody sits normally with their eyes closed, it's assumed they must be meditating. One can sit with their eyes closed and do many things. You can do japa, tapa, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, shunya, samyama, or you might have just mastered the art of sleeping in vertical postures. So the word meditation in English language doesn't specify anything. Generally we assume, or generally people assume that meditation means dhyana. In Tamil Nadu it's dhyanam, if you go little north it's dhyana, if you go really up north it's dhyan. If you go further up it becomes chan, if you go little more east it becomes zen. Same thing. So, what is this dimension that we are trying to describe with this word meditation? One fundamental thing that we need to understand is, you cannot do meditation because meditation is a quality. A quality is a consequence of a certain process. You can initiate a process, you can conduct a process. You cannot conduct a quality. Quality is just a consequence. It is like you want flowers in your garden. You don't sit there and do flower meditation. You know what happened to the flower people If you want flowers in your garden, you don't have to think flowers. You have to think soil, manure, water, sunlight. If you conduct this process of these ingredients properly, flower and fruit is a consequence. But today, the world has become so goal-oriented. Because they're so goal-oriented, they are not interested in the soil, definitely not interested in the manure and all the other things, but they want flowers and fruit. If you want flowers without soil, manure, water and sunlight, well, you will have to settle for plastic flowers. Plastic flowers are very wonderful. Those who think of utility, it serves you in many different ways. It comes with a 5-year guarantee. Flowers are a nuisance. If you keep flowers in your house, you have to look at them at least 5 times in a day, what's happening, are they thriving well or not. But if you keep plastic flowers in your home, 5 years guarantee, unlike your life. If you're alive, there is so much to do. You even have to dodge the virus, invisible virus. But the dead only have to be preserved. So essentially, the dimension and the process that you're referring to as meditation is very life-oriented. When I say life-oriented, today largely you are material-oriented or at the most mind-oriented, maybe emotion-oriented or physical body, which is a material again. Largely life has become like this. People's idea of life is, if someone says, "my life," you're supposed to understand they're talking about their job. They're talking about the economic condition in the country or in the world, about their car, maybe about their dog, sometimes about their husbands or wives. It could be anything. But the only thing that's truly life is what is throbbing in this. This is life. The rest are arrangements that we have made, hoping that these arrangements will allow us to enhance our life. Whether it's education, career, relationships, marriage, children, wealth, whatever. All these things one is after only in the hope that it will enhance our life. As you know, most people, instead of enhancing their life, largely get entangled with these accessories. Accessories have become larger than the life process. Well, I think in a very cruel way, the virus is bringing focus on the life. You suddenly understand your expensive home has become a prison. Your expensive car is as good as junk because you can't drive it, at least for some time. And right now, the world is in a situation where we do not know how long will it take before you're back on the road and swing around a little bit in your automobile. You do not know. So now naturally a whole lot of people are asking all over the world, how to meditate, what should I do? As I said, you cannot meditate, but you can become meditative because it's a quality. If one cultivates their body, mind, emotion and energies to a certain level of maturity, you will be naturally meditative 24 hours of the day. Meditation is not an impairment that if you're meditative, you have to close your eyes and be limited to one place. Meditation is a phenomenal empowerment that you can do whatever is needed in the world, whatever, I mean that. Whatever is needed in the given situation and still remain untouched by the process of activities that we need to conduct in the world. This empowerment or without this empowerment. In fact, a human being is crippled because if what you have to think, feel, understand and act in the world is going to rub off on you in such a big way, naturally you will hesitate to do what is needed. Naturally you will avoid doing things that need to be done. In a way, the moment you are in a state where your own activity and the activity of the world around you and the activity of your mind and your emotion, once they are impacting you every moment of your life, then in some way you will cripple yourself because naturally you would want to keep the scale of your life very limited because activity, thought, emotion, involvement with life can cause enormous amount of suffering. Once there is fear of suffering, knowingly or unknowingly, you will limit the scope and possibilities of your life. Meditation means just this, in a very simple way if we have to put it. If you sit here, your body is here, your mind is there, who you are is little away from these two dimensions of physical body and mental accumulations. These two accumulations of body and mind, if a little space arises between you and this is the end of suffering. And this is meditativeness. Isha Kriya is an extremely simple process but a powerful tool. These three ingredients, your breath, your thought and your awareness, in the right combination, if you use them, your ability to use the mind and the body is so greatly enhanced that you almost look superhuman for somebody else. But I'm telling you, this is human. This is not about being superhuman. This is about realizing being human is super.
When you are not doing anything at all, bodily, mentally, on no level, when all activity has ceased and you simply are, just being, that's what meditation is. You cannot do it, you cannot practice it. You have only to understand it. And whenever you can find time for just being, and drop all doing. Thinking is also doing, concentration is also doing, contemplation is also doing. Even for a single moment, if you are not doing anything and you are just at your center, utterly relaxed, that is meditation. And once you have got the knack of it, you can remain in that state as long as you want. You can remain into that state finally 24 hours. Once you have become aware of the way how being can remain undisturbed, then slowly you can start doing things keeping alert that being is not stirred. That is the second part of meditation. First, learning how just to be, and then learning little actions, cleaning the floor, taking a shower, but keeping yourself centered. Then you can do complicated things. For example, I am speaking to you, but my meditation is not disturbed. I can go on speaking. But at my very center, there is not even a ripple. It is just silent, utterly silent. So meditation is not against action. It is not that you have to escape from life. It simply teaches you a new way of life. That you become the center of a cyclone. Your life goes on, it goes on really more intensely, with more joy. With more clarity, more vision, more creativity. Yet you are aloof, just a watcher on the hills, simply seeing all that is happening around you. You are not the doer, you are the watcher. That's the whole secret of meditation, that you become the watcher. Doing continues on its own level, there is no problem. Chopping wood, drawing water from the well, you can do all small and big things. Only one thing is not allowed, and that is your centering should not be lost. That awareness, that watchfulness should remain absolutely unclouded, undisturbed. Meditation is a very simple phenomenon.
So generally, we assume, at least in India, when we say meditation, we are referring to dhyan. What is dhyan? Or let me use the word meditation because that's English. When we say meditation, you need to understand this is not something that you can do, because you can become meditative, you can become meditation, you can never do meditation. It's a certain quality. If this quality has to blossom within you, if meditation has to blossom within you, if you cultivate your body, if you cultivate your mind, your emotion and energy to a certain level of preparedness, meditation will blossom within you. If you do meditation, anything that you do, you can't keep it up, isn't it? Isn't it so? Suppose right now your breath, are you doing it or is it happening? It's happening.
Your life, are you doing it or is it happening? It's happening. Suppose your breath or your life was given to your hands to do it. Let's say the breath. If you got angry with somebody, you would forget to breathe, isn't it? Yes? Fortunately, all the vital things are happening. You just have to sit here and enjoy the process of life. But that, what a mess people are making out of it. So, when your breath cannot be given to your hands, when your basic life cannot be given to your hands, meditation, how can it be given to your hands? But if you create a certain atmosphere, meditation will blossom. If there is spring in the soil, if there is spring in the sunlight, if there is spring in the atmosphere around, flowers will blossom, isn't it? Flowers will not blossom because you sit there and peel them. So if you sit there and try to meditate, it is not going to happen. If you create the necessary atmosphere in your body, mind, emotion and energy, meditation has to blossom. Meditation is not going somewhere, it's a homecoming. It's getting back to your original nature. Instead of being on the surface, you are going deeper into the core. It cannot be done, but you can make it happen.
Meditation, you need not torture yourself in any way. If you love the lotus posture, good, you can sit. But Westerners go into India and 6 months it takes for them to learn the lotus posture. And they are torturing themselves so much. And they think that when lotus posture they have learned, they have gained something. And the whole India sits in lotus posture. Nobody has gained anything, it is just their natural way of sitting. In a cold country, you need a chair to sit. You can't sit on the ground. In a hot country, who bothers about a chair? Anywhere you sit. No special posture is needed, no special time is needed, because there are people who think there are special times. No, not for meditation. Any time is right time. Just you have to be relaxed and playful. And if it does not happen, does not matter. Don't feel sad. Because I am not telling you that it will happen today or tomorrow or within 3 months or 6 months. I am not giving you any expectation that will become a tension in your mind. It can happen any day, it may not happen. It all depends how playful you are. Just start playing in the bathtub. When you are not doing anything, why not play? Sitting under your shower, you are not doing anything. The shower is doing its work. You simply standing there. Those few moments, just be playful. Walking on the road. Walking can be done by the body. You are not needed. The legs do it. Any moment where you can feel relaxed, non-tense, play with the idea of meditation, the way I have explained to you. Just be silent, centered in yourself. And someday, and there are only 7 days, don't be worried. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the last. Within 7 days, someday it is going to happen. Just enjoy with the idea and play with the idea as many times as you can. If nothing happens, I'm not promising you anything. Nothing happens, that's perfectly good. You enjoyed, you played with the idea. You gave it a chance.